Okay, so let's make our bow. I'm going to be making this bow on row D. I'm using 5 different ribbon. I'm going to have 1 loop on the center finger. I'm going to have very long tails because I just wanted to hang down my bow. This is gorgeous ribbon. I love my bunny, but man, I just want this bow to really show and really stand out. I'm going to be doing 2 loops on, let's see, I made one before. Yep, I'm going to be doing 2 loops on each finger, and I'm going to show you how easy that, incredibly easy that is to do. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to trim this off fresh. Okay, y'all, I got all of my ribbon from Brian Lane Designs, except for the orange one. I don't think he has orange in yet. He might by now. But all of the other ribbon, please visit brianlanedesigns.com. I just love the ribbon. It all goes together just beautifully. Okay, so I want a long tail on this. So I'm measuring off the tail. I know, and this is going to just really curl, just absolutely beautiful for me, and that's what I want. And I'm just measuring off a long tail, and I want y'all to always put one side longer than the other. Okay, so there, I measured it off. Okay, I'm using the center finger, and so what I'm going to do is just pinch that all together, and I'm coming around with 26 gauge wire. Whenever you're making your bow, you always want to use 26 gauge wire. You can add a heavier wire after that, but you just do not want to bulk up the stack of your bow with any heavier wire than that. Okay, we're getting that out of our way for now. And I'm going to go around just one more time because this is really heavy ribbon. And now I'm going to my nail. Go around your nail just once. There's no reason on earth to go around it more than that. You want to be able to get that off quickly at the end. Stick your end of your wire under there because you don't want that to get in your way. And push your tails up. Get this out of your way for now. Y'all, I've done it both ways. I've left my tails down, and then I've done it with the tails going up. Your bow fluffs much prettier if you put your tails up as you go. Okay, that's the reason for that. Okay, here is our next ribbon. Let's put a fresh cut on that. Again, I want a long tail, and I want this, and I'm going to use what I have here already, and I want each tail to be just a little longer. I'm going to make a very pretty little pinch. Y'all, don't fold over. Just don't fold it over. It won't fluff. It won't do pretty. It just does a lot prettier if you gather it. Okay? We're going to sit this here, and we're going to add our helping hand. Well, I can go ahead and put this here. No, I don't want to do it that way. Let's put this here. We're going to do our helping hand wire. And this is just going to hold this in place. The reason why you need your helping hand wire is because I keep cutting and changing ribbon. Okay? If I was just using one ribbon like a tree topper and I was just going over and over and over, I would need a helping hand wire. But I have to use the helping hand wire because I got to hold this in place, because I'm going to cut and use all these different ribbon. Okay? Smooth, easy glide with your finger. Let the board do all the work for you. At this point, the only thing you're doing is maneuvering ribbon around dowels. You'll never have cramped hands. All your loops are going to be perfect. And I always come in sideways because I want to see what I'm doing with my pretty little gather. There's my pinch and my twist. I always put my thumb there, hold it in place, smooth, easy glide with my finger, drop it over. Okay? And because this is just a 1-inch ribbon, I am going to go over this next finger. I'm going to push that down, and I'm going to go over that finger again. See how incredibly easy that is? And now I'm going to do pretty low pinch and twist. We all know in bow making, it's about pinching and twisting. And that's it. Let's finish up with our gather. Sit it here. Now I'm going to cut the ribbon, so I'm going to tie this in place. Okay, it's not going to move on me. It's going to sit right there. It's not going anywhere. And let's measure off. Okay, there we go. Now, and push it up to the top. We're going to pull that down. I'm going to show you how to fluff in just a minute. Okay, here we go. Here's our little bunny ribbon. Now we're going to do something a little different with this. I've had a lot of ladies who have contacted me and they have told me, let's see, I want to make sure I have enough there because I want this to go all the way to the bottom. They have told me that they don't particularly like going over a dowel a second time, especially with a stiff ribbon and a 2.5 inch ribbon. Okay, I get that. Okay, I get it. Okay, so I'm going to show you what to do instead. So let's tie this in place. See how we have a pretty gather on that? See how pretty gathered that is? That is going to fluff so pretty. And now we're going to, and pop that out. See how it's going up? I'm fluffing as we go. Let's go over here. Here is our pinch, our pretty little gather. Hold it with your thumb. Oh, come on, Regina, pay attention. Put it right there. Hold it with your thumb. There's my pretty gather. See how it just, my finger goes straight into that motion? Smooth, easy glide. Drop it over. Come on, behave, ribbon. Just drop it over. Come back to your center. And I am going to make my pinch and my twist. And I'm going to use my helping hand wire right here, and I'm going to tie this off. Okay, tie it off really tight. Push in, get that stack of that bow tight, and you see how I just go around once? That's all that's necessary. Now, because maybe you don't like going over that dowel again, look, all you have to do is take it off, move it out the way, take it off, move it out the way, push it to the top. Nothing's moving because it's all wired. You've used your helping hand wire. This is not going to move on you. And look, now you're just ready to put your finger like this, smooth, easy glide, just drop it right over. And now you're using that finger fresh. Hey, like that idea. Okay, just like you didn't use it before. There's your pinch and your twist. See how I'm making sure I'm making a pretty little gather there that is going to fluff beautifully. Drop it over. Here's my pinch and my twist. Pinch and twist. It's all about the pinch and twist. And I'm going to use my helping hand wire, and I am going to tie this in place, and that's all there is to it. Okie doke. How's that? Let's see, how much ribbon do I have? Do I have enough? Can I throw in? Oh, I have enough ribbon. You know what? I'm going to throw in just because I can, and just because I love this ribbon so much. I'm gonna make this a little odd. I'm gonna have 5 loops instead of 4. Okay. And I have enough ribbon, I can do it. I can put an extra loop right there. Because look how much ribbon I have left. I might, let's see, I might do it again on the other side. I didn't think I had quite that much ribbon. I absolutely adore this ribbon. And I want this ribbon to show the absolute most in this bow. Okay, see how I'm tying it off? I'm going to tie it off every time. I'm getting so excited here to think I can, let's see, do I have enough? Will my tail be long enough? Oh, it sure will. Oh, good. I'm going to have a lot of this ribbon in this bow, and that's what I want. I want a big, look, because look at that. Oh, I had plenty. Oh, good. I didn't think I had that much left. Okay. Pretty gathers, pretty gathers. You see how everything is right in your view? Everything is right in your view. The whole time you're making your bow, you can make really pretty gathers. And so that way you know you're completely ensured that this bow is just gonna fluff beautifully. Okay, that's it. And let's throw that up there for now. That's it. Okay, let's go to our next ribbon. Y'all, look at this hot pink. That's the reason why I'm gonna, let's see, do I have one of my, let's see, look at this. Look at that ribbon. Look at the ribbon with my tulip. Isn't that gonna look wonderful? And there's nothing better than hot pink with orange. And this hot pink matches this pink in this ribbon perfectly. Look how perfect that is. Okay, that's why I used the yellow. The yellow is absolutely perfect. Of course, we got the little black and white. We want to show off our black and white. Of course we do. And so that's the reason why that I have this ribbon next. And then I'm going to finish with orange. And what a great combination that's going to be. I totally love this bow. I love this combination. Y'all, this is glittered ribbon that, and y'all know I'm going to use glitter every chance I get. And since there's a lot of glitter on the carrots and on the parts of that pick, that's the reason why I felt like it was absolutely perfect to use glittered ribbon at this. You know, even though this is kind of a woodsy, it's on grapevine, I'm going to use this glittered ribbon. And y'all, this is fabulous glittered ribbon. If you notice, the glitter is not coming off. Okay, when Brian and I went to market and picked out ribbon, we really paid attention to that, because there were some ribbons that we had bought before. I want to tie this off because I'm going to pick up, oh, wait a second. I got ahead of myself. I didn't get my pinch and twist in. Getting ahead of myself there. There's my pretty pinch and twist. See how you see how I'm going up and down? Okay. Now I'm going to tie that off, and it's going to stay. It's going to stay exactly like that. It is not going to move on me, and I'm going to have a beautiful pinch and twist, and that is just going to fluff beautifully. Let's get this out of the way. Let's move them up. Here's our pinch and twist. Go over that again. Pinch and twist. Pretty little gather. Pretty little gather. And you see, make sure you open that, make this come up, go down. There's your little point, your little poof out. That ensures that your ribbon, your bow, your loop of your bow is going to start fluffing from the dead center of your bow. That's why I absolutely love using the Pro Bow, because I can totally control this and see exactly what is going on and what's going to happen in this bow. Okay, I have plenty ribbon. You know what, since I have 6 here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 5. I'm going to have 5 loops of this ribbon. And for one thing, I'm going to show you, because this is going to end up, you know, going over on that side, and I just want you to see that that's perfectly okay. They don't have to go one tail go right and left. It's okay. That it does not matter at all, because we're going to pull this ribbon and make it do what we want it to do. We're going to be the boss of our ribbon. Okay. And let's make a nice long loop, nice long tail, I mean. Let's cut that off, and let's get this out the way and get this up here for now. Okay, I'm going to show y'all a little trick. See how You don't have to do this. This is just if you want to, but I'm just going to show it to you. See how short? This is getting kind of short, okay? It's long enough for me to still finish my bow, but it is getting just a little short. So I want to show you, if that happens to you, if you're just using tons and tons of ribbon and the stack of your bow gets really deep, and you have, because I buy pre-cut ribbon, pre-cut wire, and it's only 18 inches long. And so this might be getting a little short on me. So you know what I'm going to do? Look what I'm going to do. I'm just going to slide this in right here. Doesn't matter at what point I add it, but I'm just going to slide it right in there. Okay, go under the ribbon. Go on under. Okay, you see how I just put it in? I'm pulling it to the dead center. Pull it to the dead center. And now look how long of pieces of wire I have. And all I'm going to do with these is just push them out the way. They're just going to go to the side, and just don't worry about them. Don't have to do a thing with them. And I'm going to tie this off. And now I've added myself a new piece of wire. Okay? That's all there is to that. And I just wanted to show you that if you want to do that. Okay. Here's where we're going to finish with our orange. And let's get on with this. Yo, anybody can make a bow with the Pro Bow, because all you're doing is winding ribbon around dowels. The Pro Bow is holding everything for you. You can walk away from it, leaving it any time. You'll never get cramped hands, because the Pro Bow, this is your fingers. This is your fingers holding everything for you. Actually, your base dowel is really the key, because that's where you can see, that's where all the action happens. All the action happens at the base dowel. That becomes like your left hand. That takes the place of your hand. You're not holding anything in your own hand. Y'all, I have a picture of myself, and I am at a let's see, what do I want to call it? It was a Christmas open house for a store in Lafayette. They invited me to come. They carried my product, and y'all, my left hand was in a cast. And the only thing I did, I cut the cast, and I let the tip of this little finger, the tip of my finger, stick out. And y'all, my hand was in a cast, and I still did the show. So, is this easy to use? Oh, it absolutely is. You can make these big, gorgeous bows with your right hand and the tip of your finger. Okay? I'm gonna have to post that picture again. I just found it. And I made tree toppers and everything. It was a Christmas show, and people kept asking me over and over, I'm going to do this too. I have plenty enough ribbons, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make 5 loops on this one also. Okay, we're making them. This bunny is just going to have a gorgeous big old bow. Just because we can. I have the ribbon. So we just put it on the bunny. So there we go. Let's pull up enough for a tail. Kind of use that as your measurement. Yeah, that's plenty. There we go. Now, let's get our first wire off. Okay. Now, before I take this off, I'm going to see if I can tighten this bow up any. Now, I'm not pushing this. I don't want to bend this. Your stack of the bow, y'all, that's the trick. That is the secret of making bows. And that's why it's just almost impossible to make a bow this big and hold all of this in your hand. It would be almost impossible. But what you want this. So I'm going to push. See how I put my finger here and I'm holding against that dowel. Okay, and I'm pushing it. If I can tighten this bow up any, I'm going to. And it moved a hair, so that's good. That's good. Okay, but you see how I still kept the stack of my bow straight. Okay, but I did move it in just a hair. And now I'm going to get my bottom wire. See there? That's why you only go around it once, because that's all you need to. And now I'm going to tighten this up. See how it's going in? I'm tightening it up, and that's all. And now I'm just going to go around with it just once or twice with my my helping hand wire, and that's all there is. Okay, people ask me all the time, okay, what do you do with that? Well, I'm going to use this to attach this to my bunny. Okay, so I want that wire there. Okay, now before I take this off the bow maker, I'm going to pull all of my tails down. I'm going to pull them down, and I'm going to start curling them, because I know that's how I want them to be. I want this all curled, so I'm going to control this ribbon before I take it off the bow maker. And I can see, man, I've cut this long. I'm going to have to cut this down some, but that's okay. That's okay. You see how, okay, we're just going to control this. And see how I'm pulling this down? And I'm going to pull this down. And see how I'm pulling it all the way down. I mean, I'm going to the dead center of this bow. And this is just going to fluff beautifully. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut these tails down a bit, I do believe. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that. Oh, I didn't realize I had that much left in there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of that now, because that's gonna be way too long. It's longer than my bunny. I still might cut it down. Pull these to the center, and curl them up. Curl your tails up. And then your bow got a lot of control of all this ribbon, because this is a lot of ribbon, and this is going to be a fabulous bow. Curl it up, and just let it sit there. And look at this fabulous ribbon. Good grief, y'all, this is a Ferris silk ribbon. There's no finer ribbon on the market than Ferris silk. It is truly the finest. And I thought this check, this kind of about the scale, because this is this bigger check, and then the inside of the bunny is a much, just that tiny little check. So I thought they just played wonderfully off of each other. Okay, we're ready to pick our bow up. I'm going to put it on the fluff box, because we're going to fluff it out some before we get it on the bunny. And y'all, why do I love the fluff box? Because I can use, see how it's going to the nail? I put my wire, it has an eye hook. See that eye hook there? And slip it under there and go to the nail. That's just go around once or twice, and you see, let's get all our tails up here out the way. And you see how the bow just sits up, and it's just ready for me to fluff. Let's see. And we're just gonna pull each level and just put it in the place that we want. Let's put this down here. Let's put this here. I have 3 over there. Let's put this one here and this one maybe here. Once we get it on the bunny, we can play with it and move some of this stuff around. Where this is just kind of a start. Y'all, look at that. Look how, because I gathered every time, I just took that moment and I gathered. Look how fluffy, look how beautiful that loop is on the bow. And that's because I gathered as opposed to a fold over. Look at that loop. Look how big and beautiful that is. Okay, let's open our next row. And you see how, because I'm using the fluff box, I can use both hands. I'm manipulating. Look, I'm pulling on this ribbon. Y'all, I am manipulating this ribbon. I'm making this ribbon do what I want it to do. Look how big and fluffy. Look how, what a big old loop I have there. That's because I gathered. I didn't, that's not a fold over. If I had folded over, I would not have this big, beautiful, fat loop. And that's what you want. Okay, here's our two little yellows. And there's our center little black. Now, you see how I've been able to just manipulate this ribbon and pull it around and pull it where I want it to and just shape this bow. That's because I have it on the fluff box. Okay? I never, ever open a bow if I don't have my fluff box. Let's get this down where it belongs. Okay? Okay, and now you see how I can turn it? And now I'm going to move these tails and put them where I want them to be. And I can use two hands. Imagine if I was only trying to hold this bow in one hand and doing all of this with the other. I just could not accomplish this. It would be just no way. That is why the fluff box is incredibly important. Okey-doke. Can you see how I'm maneuvering this? I mean, I'm making this ribbon go where I want it to go. See how I'm pulling on it? Y'all, be the master. Be the master of your ribbon. And go open that loop all the way to the dead center. You want a big, fluffy, full loop. Look it out. We're going to kind of put these in between. We want the orange to kind of show in between those loops. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And see how I've been able to accomplish that? Because I'm using the Pro Bow and the fluff box. And look at this bow. It is just going to make our bunny fabulous. It's going to be the prettiest bunny on the street. And I'm gonna, once I get it on the bunny, I'm gonna place my tails where I want them to be. But look at that. Absolute perfection. I'm gonna fluff this a little bit more and move my orange around. Okay? And that's it. That's how you make a big, big, gorgeous bow. Perfect, absolutely perfect every time. So anyway, that's our bow version. Okay? There you go. Bought all the ribbon, BrianLaneDesigns.com.